But even if we find a way to win the Europa League, we did not still have a good season. Because you cannot finish 13, 14, 15 as Manchester United in the Premier League and say that you won the Europa League and you had a successful season. No, you did not. You just had a season that you won a trophy. A poor season with a trophy. That is what you did. So, it was just a normal game. I was even surprised with the lineup he came out to the Amorim. He almost started almost everybody for the game we are going to start against Atletico Bilbao in the Europa League. So I was surprised. I was a bit scared that they should have removed these people quickly so that they will not get injuries, because now you don't already hold that yourself.
Match week 35, right? Okay.
34.
Okay, match week 34. Review on Manchester United. Should we be doing this? I don't think there's any point in doing this anymore. But it's for the love of the game. We're going to analyze and we're going to go through everything that happened during the match. So, what are your thoughts today?
My thought is that we came out and played football as any regular team will play.
Okay.
There was just a regular match. Just like you playing Sunday League. You come out, you come and play a game on a Sunday morning or afternoon, then you go home.
So Manchester United is now compared to a Sunday League.
Yes, because now there's nothing to play for. Let me just say, this is just like a training game ahead of the only thing we have to fight for to at least make our season a bit, better. But even if we find a way to win the Europa League, we did not still have a good season. Because you cannot finish 13, 14, 15 as Manchester United in the Premier League and say that you won the Europa League and you had a successful season. No, you did not. You just had a season that you won a trophy. A poor season with a trophy. That is what you did. So, it was just a normal game. I was even surprised with the lineup he came out to the Amorim. He almost started almost everybody for the game we are going to start against Atletico Bilbao in the Europa League. So I was surprised. I was a bit scared that they should have removed these people quickly so that they will not get injuries, because now you don't already hold Dalo self. No matter say we know like Dalo, availability matters. When you are available means there is option for the coach to select somebody at least. Any IB, na player. And if we look at his statistics this season, he has been poor, but even the team has been poor. So for the team level, he's a bit okay. For the team level, because we are average this season, very average self.
Okay. At the beginning of the year, Manchester United has gone through so many criticism by the resignation of Ten Hag and the appointment of Ruben Amorim, and you guys have been been criticized a lot. He has gone to the press. He has made his statements. He has said whatever needed to be said. And to this point, in the history of Manchester United, oh glory, glory United, this is by far the worst season. I am a rival fan. Of course, I'm always allowed to be sentimental, but I'm going to say this as a analyst.
Of course.
This is the worst Manchester United I have ever seen in a while. I know the gaffer, your Amorim, said you guys should be patient with him. You guys are going to go through some kind of recovery process. But how would you think the process is going so far? At least, no matter how bad it may seem to be, there should be this kind of consistency, because the only thing you guys are consistent of now is losing and drawing matches. So what is your opinion or your point?
The thing is that I cannot come here every day and talk about one thing every day, because every day is the same thing. You lose, then you draw one game, then you lose again. It's the same thing. You saying that Amorim, we should give Amorim is not doing anything, or he told us that we are going to suffer, there will be storm and all those kind of things. I want to ask, if there was anybody in Amorim's stage, what would have the person done better? Like, Mayu doesn't have a play pattern till Amorim came. Did you get? where Ten Hag tried to use his pattern, tried to implement his pattern. That's more of like a gang pressing and possession game. But you could when we played Brentford and Brighton, the first two games, we lost woefully with his pattern. We could not build up from the back. Immediately we started. Immediately we just passed the ball. The likes of Ericsson were shaky and gave away the ball to the likes of Brentford and Brighton to scores and win us. And Amon said, Ten Hag said, oh, but if not like this, they feel sack me for this club quick, because there was a lot of pressure on him. He had to go back to the Mayi pattern. Sit back, just wait, try to defend, then hit them on counter and score without playing, without controlling the game. Just play, just wait for them, then get one or two counter and score. And we find a way to finish the season with that manner by winning the Carling Cup and finishing third that season. Then now the next season came where he's supposed to implement his season, but still he could not, and he was sacked. And Amorim now came that he doesn't want to start that way. He knows that fine, the season cannot be saved, but he has to start with what he knows best. His philosophy, that is what he wants to start with. He said that it's better we suffer now and enjoy it later than for us to maybe go back to our old pattern and try to end the season better, maybe finish somewhere like 5th, 6th, or 7th. Then maybe win one Carling Cup or FA Cup. Then the next season now, when we want to implement his pattern, we go back to square one again. So he said that he will start with his pattern, and I support him. I don't blame Amoni, but I am just saying that as a fan, some kind of games, there are things, your substitution and your lineup and your players, there are things you need to think quick and do in some kind of games. So I'll blame him for those games, but in general, I won't blame Amorim for this season, because it's better that we play with the Amorim system. We get better with it. Come next season, we buy players and continue from there. So I feel that our gameplay is improving. Whether somebody likes it or not, we are 14, 15, no wahala, but our gameplay is improving. We are better on the ball, unlike when Ten Hag was there. So there's nothing I can say about Amorim. He has tried his best. Let us wait. Now, like I was saying the other day, if Man finish 5th or 6th, they will not give Amorim money to sign players. They will tell him that there's financial fair play, we are bankrupt and this and this. But now that we are 14th, and the players, you could see the key players that are doing so badly like this, you will have Mayu and the board will have no, unlike when Ten Hag was there. So there's nothing I can say about Amorim. He has tried his best. Let us wait. Now, like I was saying the other day, if Mayu finish 5th or 6th, they will not give Amorim money to sign players. They will tell him that there's financial fair play, we are bankrupt and this and this. But now that we are 14th, and the players, you could see the key players that are doing so badly like this, you will have Mayu and the board will have no option than to give Amorim money to sign players.
So it's like a necessary evil.
Yes, it's a necessary evil that we need to force out something from the club, because the Glazers and the Ratcliffe, they are the most greediest people I've seen in Manchester United history.
Okay. Would you say the problem in Manchester United now not only relies on your previous coach, that is Eric Ten Hag? He was horrendous. I think he's one of the worst coaches in the history of Manchester United.
We lost to we lost big games. Exactly. Imagine that we could not expect.
And in a historical club as Manchester United, where everybody will be afraid to go to the Old Trafford and even play. Yes. But I think at the same time, your dependency on this Ferguson, his style, don't you think that does also play a very big role on the current position of Manchester United as well?
That is what I just said now. That is what I just said. Like I said before, they want to use that pattern which Sir Alex Ferguson used. But you cannot do what somebody has done before. That is his pattern. When you come to a club, to a different, forget about their traditional play style. Forget about the club's traditional play style and philosophy. You use your own. It's better if there was a coach that came to Mayu and started like Amorim. I feel that on the long run, Mayu could have done better.
Did you think Ten Hag had a philosophy?
He did. When Ajax, we saw it now. He did, but he could not implement it because he's scared.
In the Farmers League.
In a Farmers League, okay, exactly. But me, I feel that Ten Hag was just a selfish human being. That is why he did all those blaspheming performance in our team.
I think he was deranged. Sorry to say that, but Ericsson is a person that has heart attack, a heart problem. You sign Ericsson, you sign somebody that is already used Casemiro and the rest. And let's just skip that. Let's just go skip that. And should I ask you about the positives today?
There is no positive now.
Chide Obi Mountain.
Okay, and we did not lose.
You did not.
You did not lose. At least we got a point. So those were the positive.
Yes. So what about man of the match?
Is there any man of the match? There is none. The man of the match is Dango Ouattara in Bournemouth.
Yeah, he nearly scored a free kick. Yes. That was spectacular.
So he's the man of the match. We don't have any man.
Okay, thank you.